Excuse me while I get my thoughts together real quick. Explain to me why a young man was jailed for a $5 theft and was held until his death. 1, he was told he's mentally ill. 2, why was he not set a bail? What sense does that make? I've watched videos and I've paid attention over and over again, and I keep trying to put my mind around this whole movement of Black Lives Matter. But who do they really matter to? They clearly only matter to, I can't even say black people. I can't even say they they matter to pro-blacks. Because all pro-blacks care about is making videos where they can complain but are doing nothing to change it. You're complaining about jobs but aren't trying to create jobs for yourselves. You're complaining about us being killed, but you're not doing anything to put yourselves on the police force. Nothing is changing. All you people who continuously say Black Lives Matter, but are doing nothing about it. You're allowing yourself to continuously live into a world where your people are constantly being slaughtered, brutalized, beaten, murdered, and nothing is being done about it. This man was in police custody. He was mentally ill, diagnosed with both schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. And he was in jail since April. Where was the NAACP to find out why this young man was in jail that long for a $5 theft? Oh yeah, it didn't give enough media attention, huh? Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Do they really matter? Or does media attention matter? Because regardless of what you're doing, regardless of what is being said, regardless of what is being done, if you're supposed to be the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, if this man is being oppressed, if his rights are being taken, his right to a lawyer, his right to a fair trial, they say he was incompetent to stand trial. Okay. So why was he home with his family until they found a way to get him into a stable place where he could get the proper help that he needed? A mentally ill black man was found unresponsive in his cell after another man was gunned down by the same police department. Is that a coincidence? Maybe. But the fact of the matter is, for a $5 theft, he should have never been taken into custody. And if he was taken into custody for a $5 theft, he shouldn't have been held longer than a day, longer than an hour. So that makes me wonder, what are they doing in Virginia where they can hold a person for 4 months for a $5 theft? His aunt, she's a registered nurse. This doesn't look like my nephew. I've never seen him look so... He was starved. So you're a registered nurse, but you couldn't afford a lawyer? Why was your nephew in jail that long? Now to you, Mr. Tommy Sotomayor. I'm a fan of yours. I appreciate the raw and the real that you come at people with. I don't appreciate, however, the way you degrade black women. Because the fact of the matter is this, my friend. I've dated white, black, Puerto Rican, Haitian, and everything other race you can name. And they all are simply women. Black women aren't the only ones who get beastie, wear weaves. Yeah, they may wear them the most or the majority. And then you can't even say that. Because you'll be amazed how many white women actually have extensions in their hair. You, sir, disrespected Miss Sandra Bland because you said she was belligerent and she should have shut her mouth. She was killed, or she killed herself because she was depressed. This woman was in a whole nother state from her own for a job position. You said her family didn't want to bail her out. I never heard a story where anyone said they weren't going to bail her out. As I said, I'm a fan of yours. I agree with what you say where you say more pro-blacks need to stand up and do what they're supposed to do and stop asking people for handouts. I agree with what you say when you said the revolutionary with tattoos or whatever the dude is calling himself now, that he was wrong for asking you to do something for nothing. I agree with all of that. Because me, as a hardworking man, a single father, I bust my ass every day to provide for my 2 children. And I don't ask anybody for anything, especially handouts. You, Mr. Sotomayor, are a very intelligent man. You can chew people up and spit them out without one curse word, without calling them names, anything. But you, like me, use facts. So I would love to get in touch with you personally to see if you could ether me the way you do everyone else. I'd love to see it. Because see me, I am a man who loves black women. I'm a man who loves black people. I am also a black man who has also dated white women. I don't pretend to be a pro-black because black people being niggas annoy me too. But I am proud to be black. I would never want to wake up white. I have a regular 9-to-5 job, but I ask nobody for anything. So everything you've said about black people getting up off their asses and doing something about what they got going on in the communities, I agree with. But you disrespecting all black women, I don't agree with. Because I know white women who are just as beastly and rude and degenerates as black women. Black women are not the only ones who have a mouth. Piss off a white woman and she'll tell you she'll take your credit card and go screw everything every time Dick and Harry. Piss off a white woman, she'll take you for everything you're worth. There's no way around you're going to sit here and tell me that just black women are ignorant and belittling. Because, yes, even though sisters are rude and they can be very belligerent, all women can be. So I hope you see this video. I hope you understand that this is a conversation that I would love to have with you, either over your radio show, via email, Skype, Twitter, face to face even. You've been to Myrtle Beach before. It wouldn't bother you to come again. We could do this over lunch. Hey, I've been to Georgia before. I'll even come to you. This time, Mr. Sotomayor, I'm calling you out.